as well, which is so important because the disjoint on that has saved Miller countless times.
Yeah.
But on to the next game, it will be Ixis versus Afro Smash.
Yeah, another Samus Sonic. We just saw this obviously in Aperture, and Afro Smash. Aperture playing really, really well.
Yeah.
Having a tough fight back from Afro, then closing it out in the 3-2.
Yeah, credit of him to keep his composure after the 2 games coming in from Afro, which were very clutch as well. So it's just like, oh, I'm just missing him, Able to keep his cool and just that game 5.
Yeah.
But here now, I want to see how Afro will do against a more reserved Sonic, against someone who's not willing to take the same kind of risks that Aperture is. So I think that it will be harder for Afro to land hits on Ixis. But at the same time, Afro could be living longer. Afro can probably get away with more things as well.
For sure. That's what I think so interesting about playing like multiple high-level players of one character, like one after the other, because your matchup knowledge only gets you so far. I've said this like maybe a million times today. I'm just sounding like a broken record, but like a player matchup is just as important. And it's so integral to how you approach the matchup.
Yeah.
Like, necessarily every single, losing matchup, like having matchup knowledge of a losing matchup doesn't necessarily mean that you can't win it.
Yeah.
Because if it's a losing matchup, if you know everything about that matchup, you have all the tools you need to approach a matchup.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not it's winning or losing, you sort of know what you need to do.
Exactly.
What you need to avoid.
Yep.
And it just depends on what the opponent is going to exploit in that matchup as well. Yep. Are they going to exploit one option more than another? Are they going to neglect some options that they need to rely on?
That's true. Yeah, that's very well said actually, and it brings up a really good point that you mentioned as well earlier, was in the specific players playing a character at a high level, they're always going to be different. No matter how much you know the matchup for a character, there's going to be the player matchup as well. They may all know the same tools, they may know they all still work in these situations, there's always going to be differences, and we're seeing it here.
Well, that charge shot coming through and taking that first stock off of Ixis. So Afro Smash has got a point on the board in this game now. Burning the charge shot though.
Yeah, Afro going to be looking to definitely win this. Going 2-3, 2-3 in his last 2 sets against Ixis must be disheartening.
Yeah, he's been so close every single time, and then to go 2-3 to another Sonic.
Yeah,
it's like he needs to break this curse.
Yeah,
kind of
2-3
currently
again.
hanging over.
I actually didn't even think about that with Aperture. Oh no.
Because you can see that he has knowledge about what he's doing. He knows how to handle the matchup,
Yeah.
but it's just getting the conversions he needs.
Exactly.
Very nice.
It feels like he's always just that little bit out. It's just like, there's always just that one thing that the Sonic will do, and it'll just be like, oh, just that little bit off, A little bit off that charge shot, a little bit off that forward tilt punish.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolling, gets a punish for it as well. Samus quite heavy, so she's not going to die to that just yet.
Trying to get those short hop back airs. Just looking for, just trying to throw out those big hits. Making himself a menace just in the air.
Yep.
There's that up air. And forward throw, yeah. That was unfortunate for Afro, the platform being there. I'm pretty sure he would have preferred to have gone down and then up B to the side, but to the stage. But the platform being there, landed on it. Ixis immediately closes down, gets that grab, and stock's gone.
Yeah. I'm not sure which of these characters benefits more from the stage, because Samus can kill off the sides with a charge shot there and back air, whereas I feel like Ixis can ride the momentum of the platform really well, and back air obviously being a huge threat in the matchup as well, punishing any potential jumps on the stage.
Add that platform as well to the natural thinner blast zones as well of Smashville.
Yeah. Yeah, grabs on one of those platforms and basically
Oosh, that's it, yeah.
Coming in.
Definitely taking it,
Yep. Afro can do this for sure. Just needs to play very, very patiently. Against someone as talented as Ixis, that is going to be very hard to deal pressure.
Wow, there it is.
Oh, and the down air comes in, taking game 1. Really good series by Afro.
So much. I'm pretty sure. Is it you? This is the one thing I'm just not too sure about in terms of Samus's hitboxes. Martha and Lucina have the spike at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But Samus is just round the clock spiking.
Not quite. It used to be like
Right,
that.
okay.
It's more like, it's not dead on 6 o'clock, it spreads out a little bit.
Yeah.
But
little fan.
the ones on the sides generally will sour spot and send you at a different angle.
It's either Afro is a surgeon with that hit and just banging
He
it
is
down.
very good at landing that down there.
Yeah. It just felt like it was a lot wider than you know, a regular down air.
In Brawl, it used to circle all the way around. So you could literally jump up to someone on the ledge and just pull them the down there coming in for...
As we were talking about.
Literally, like, oh my god, literally Afro is a wizard on this down there. Like, that was really, really solid. Getting him a huge lead right off the bat. Could this be the time where Afro does not go 2-3 against Ixis?
Those sentences you don't want to say.
Yeah.
Just in case, you never know. The double
hits.
hit of Nair, yeah.
With the charge shot, huge lead.
That was really nice to use the momentum going forward with the Nair to get like the back hit of the first hit, and then as you keep moving, the back hit hits the second time.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
And Apple with other moves as well, like Lucario's neutral air, you can do something very similar. Just have both hits of the palms hit them both times.
Yeah.
Ixis is going to be looking for an edge guard here. Not quite able to get it, unfortunately. But Samus in a really bad situation. Ixis is trying to cover the landing and definitely trying to send us off stage again.
Just getting that grab. Oh man, tether grabs as laggy as things like Samus said. You can. Nice, I'm beating, that's enough.
Yep, and that was, unfortunately that was badly DI'd by Ixis. I believe Afro might have crossed him up. I'm not certain though, but he went straight up. Normally you're supposed to DI in the direction of the center bomb.
24%,
Yeah,
sit down.
24. That's 26 fresh as well, so
Nice.
huge damage, huge damage. Back throw sent him off stage again. Down throw was a little bit too close, we couldn't opt to go for that.
This is inspired stuff from Afro though, like he's really keeping himself safe and weaving in and out of everything, but that grab does whiff and punish.
Yep, I feel like Afro is feeling himself a little bit too much. They're trying to think, okay, you know what, you're going to keep shielding, I'll grab you and throw you to the BlastZone.
So, it's something nice to maybe kind of potentially bait out from your opponent. You know, if you force yourself into shield a little bit more against a character who has a laggy grab, you can try and maybe get them confident enough to get that grab and then, you know, punish.
Yep, and
if it,
them.
you know.
Having a bad grab in Smash 4 is so important because you get a lot of throws in this game. Nice. He's going to charge straight back up again, maintain that stage control.
Ooh. And the down, up tilt,
Yep,
down tilt.
almost JV'd him there.
That was
solid.
Yeah.
That was just solid. Everything he did there was beautiful. Up 2-0 against UK's number 1.
Yeah. Started very, very early, getting an early spike, obviously. Closing it out just by catching, you know, forcing so much pressure on the ledge that Ixis stayed there a little bit too long. You know, when you force your opponent to hesitate, like, that's really nice. Like, opening up with a dash attack into double up air. 29.
Yeah. If you get it in the optimal position, you can actually get up to 43%.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, funny enough, 43%.
Speaking of wizards, we've got Wizard KJ on the mass over here. Ooh. Skimming the spines.
Yep, with Samus's bad out shot, he didn't want to leave there. He literally was just like, okay, you know what? I need you to leave. I need you to get away from me. Ixis doesn't have an answer.
It's a nice little bit of percentage.
I'm really not certain that I agree with Smash Ball for a game 3, if I'm perfectly honest. The charge shots and there's him sending him pretty deep into the BlastZone. I feel like with a bit more leeway, he may be able to cover it, but I don't know what Afro banned.
Oh, that was
that really crucial.
Yeah, that was very important. That Ixis shielded that. That was fully charged. That would have been KO.
Yeah, from that point on the ledge, definitely. Using there trying to catch that jump from the ledge. Very good tool for doing so as well because the sense is such a low angle, so we can nab you really early kills.
Wow, just hesitation there in the punish.
Yeah. May have expected to cross up. Yeah, unfortunately Samus's up air not having a lot of hits done, so most of the stuff out of that up air is not true unless you get the last hit of it.
Ixis is trying to take this lead.
I'm noticing it here already. Aperture's way of calling out certain options with like forward smashes and back airs and stuff. Something that Ixis doesn't do, you can see he's paying for it. 144% with 119 rage should definitely be curtains for Samus at this point.
Yeah.
She's still living. He went in there for the grab. And he got punished for it. A little bit of desperation coming in from Ixis there with a double grab attempt. Very rare. Probably wanted to try and take the risk that Aperture was. This should have killed. No, it didn't. I'm sorry, I thought Push was at 141 for some reason, my bad. Yeah, catching that shot there. Huge damage coming in once again from Sonic. He just lands at that optimal percent. You get the back air follow up, and back air itself does something like 14 or 15 damage. I think it's 14. Definitely looking to get rage kill at the ledge just a couple of percent. Ixis does need to watch it.
Also calling out that landing as well, just kind of just remaining stoic and getting that hit immediately upon landing. Okay, yeah, the up air. Ooh! He's been known for doing that, for going up and getting aggressive with that charge shot there. Not just kind of controlling the ground with it, but getting very creative in the air.
Yep. And the back air will seal that out. Ixis taking a somewhat comfortable lead. Afro gets him off stage, could be a nair, could be a down air, that would be a nice really quickly. Samus certainly not lacking in kill power. Kill setups maybe.
There it is. That was nice. Not enough to kill obviously yet, but...
The only way Ixis could have shielded that is if he power shielded it, because his shield was quite low. I'm pretty sure his shield, I'm going to charge shot with program shield. Back end not able to seal that out, unfortunately.
And the up tilt, lovely.
Yeah, I don't think Ixis meant to do that. Just by looking at space when he just got hit there, I definitely think that was an instant button. He overshot the ledge.
Yeah.
Well, that down smash only did 10%. Not the strongest move in Samus's kit. Oh god, Afro's brought this back majorly, but Ixis trying to keep his momentum here. Going for that huge damage.
Oh, dropped his shield.
Yeah. Very surprised. Just didn't expect him to fire it out immediately. Now Afro can take this here. This is so close. Ixis going for those edge guards, trying to nail this out now. Doesn't want Rage Samus to be a big charge shot. Is on deck as well.
But
if
that
misses attack on anything and she has charge shot, that'll be the end.
And the back
The
air.
3-0 coming in from Afro Smash. Excellent job. Well done.